Talk to me a little bit about some of the stuff you're seeing around, maybe using phone resources and real humans to promote content and not just think about them as appointment setters.
I'll just take the normal comp model. You are an inside salesperson. You have random territory of states. You're responsible for setting 10 meetings a week, right? Those are meetings that your outside salesperson has to say, yes, I agree. This is a good meeting. You're getting bonused on setting those 10 meetings. Everything that you do, you call, you email is around those 10 meetings. But there are things that will convert much better if somebody goes to a webinar of yours. If somebody sees you at an event and actually talks to people, that type of lead in the funnel will typically end up converting much faster than a straight cold opportunity. And so for your organizations that typically have that setup, they don't have the comp, they don't have the infrastructure, they don't have anything in place that makes an inside salesperson want to push an event, a white paper, a demo, like things that your company is spending tons and tons of money on. They don't want to push them because it's not how they're compensated. Marketing is heavily focused on their internal database. They're focused on growing that internal database. They're like doing thousands of other things with events. But when you're doing demos, when you're doing webinars, you have inside sales teams that are constantly finding new people, but they're pushing meetings and they're not getting people into your funnel, or they're not getting people to events. I'm seeing a lot more dedication to marketing specific content promotion that isn't an email blast out of Marketo, right? This is people one-to-one emailing and calling because that works better than email blasts, especially when you have your big event or you have your big webinar. You have to find a way to compensate inside sales to drive people to your most important things. And most companies most companies aren't there.
I've been in a decision-making position where I have outside companies blowing up my phone, sending me tons of emails trying to sell me sales technology or marketing technology. And it's like, holy crap, like if you did a good job, I might take a meeting, but I don't have the budget for this. Even by me taking this demo with you, I'd love to take this appointment. Like it may be something 6 months down the road because we don't even have the bandwidth right now to even consider this. Like how do we implement the new tech, that type of thing. Whereas doing what you just described, I'd be more inclined to be like, oh yeah, I'll hop on that webinar. This industry trend seems like really important to my job. Thank you for personalizing to me and what I'm battling with at my business as a decision maker. Sure, I'll hop on your webinar, or I'll come to your local, workshop.
The organization, if you're not putting the structure in place to, make it advantageous for those people to do it, or dedicating specific time to it, then it becomes everybody's part-time job, right? Oh, we have a webinar. I sent it to everyone in sales. I said, throw it on your LinkedIn, like it, do whatever you can to help promote it. But at the end of the day, you're still working in a small subset, right? You're not being overly thoughtful about like, hey, I have one person that makes 150 calls a day and sends 150 emails, and all they're doing is providing value, right? They're not asking for a meeting out of nowhere. Like they're saying, I have something that I think is going to be of interest. Like you should go to that. Mm-hmm. And it's much easier from an inside sales perspective, right? I mean, you're doing soft, like it's very soft, right?
In account-based. And like, why would we do account-based? Well, big complex deals, maybe we have an initial transaction. We want to expand either that initial transaction within that department or across multiple departments. But your job is getting new logos. That's different than account expansion. But using the inside resources to drive attendance to technical workshops or webinars, even for account-based, is tremendous because other departments get to talk with the initial department with the use case, and they start selling each other a one-to-many type of webinar or an in-person sort of, depending on the industry, a technical workshop, that type of thing.